Rafael Jacobsen here, Crypto Strategy Manager at X Technology Limited. A week back, I posted on Bitcoin Crypto Assets DAA that we got rejected on the upper bull barrier, and from there we got pushed down. And then I also mentioned that something I observed in the market is that last time we did get rejected on the upper bull barrier was back in August 2020, and then we did move sideways 10 weeks before we broke the upper bull barrier again and continued with the explosive move, as you can see here. And if we look into the charts now, just to see more what's going on, we can see that we did not break the upper bull barrier. We did touch it a few times here before we got rejected. And if we look at this last time this happened, it was down here in August 2020, as I mentioned in my post. And we did push above here. This was the COVID crash. We did get down to test this lowest support here, the long-term support range. We did get above it before we tested the upper band. And then, this is what I was talking about, we moved around 9 weeks here before we closed above. So it took 10 weeks before we did the first close above the upper bull barrier. Then this is a scenario I see can happen. We never know for sure, but it's good to look at the patterns and previous patterns. Bitcoin Crypto Assets DAA do not execute on these calls that I'm talking about here, but we have a variable from this included in our strategy. But this is what I want to show you, where we can see a big support zone here. A worst case scenario, if Bitcoin goes to test, as we did here, the 58-week. We do expect Bitcoin to jump above this. We can see it now around 42,000, a bit below. So this 40 to 42,000 range, if we see here, it is a range that I expect Bitcoin to be above. So this range here, I do expect Bitcoin to be close above it on a weekly term. But if we close below this in the coming weeks, we do have a strong support base here between 28,705 and 34,000. But this is the worst case scenario, and I think that the market settlement will be changed if Bitcoin can't hold this 58-week as support. We probably will go down to test the lowest kind of support, but if we look at the total market, it still looks like it will just bounce and continue going to test higher, 80 higher all-time high. But first, if history repeats itself, at least in something, it's these few weeks before we cross it. And this is something I will be observing. And right over New Year, now when the holidays comes, we at X Technology Limited will be working with our goals and renewing, so we plan the full year. But our goal is to keep uploading right after New Year. That will be one of our new goals, to keep content in video form. so we can guide you through our thinking and what we are doing with Bitcoin Crypto Asset DAA, and just to look at the previous historical patterns that may repeat itself, which is very interesting. So we will be tracking this horizon here up to 10 weeks. So I will just make a line here, so we can go back to this. So here is where we started, and then I guess we have around 10 weeks here. This is the bar. Here is a 10 days period. Yeah, we will just make this yellow to remember it. Okay. Maybe put a text note. 10 weeks test till bull. Okay, we will add this into the chart. So this is just a time frame. I do like it to put it on the chart, so it's we can always track it. So yeah. So then we can look at this period. Is no price point here. Just to make that clear, this is just a note, and we can do something new here that the notes always get like a bit yellow here. This golden bronzen arrow. Okay, let's save this to the chart, and after New Year I will be back here and talking about what's been going on in December. We will revisit this chart to see if we did pull sideways here. It would be interesting to see if something new's happening now that we can just bounce and get above this bull barrier. But I really think this is an important level to get above, and we can see that the weekly support is now around 24%. From our current price, so Bitcoin can still drop a little bit, and we can still be in a bull market without having any reason to think otherwise. So this is what we should be watching, and on the daily, if we jump into that, we can see that we are already under the support on the daily. Here we can see on the daily we had some close above this bull barrier here, but we got pushed down, test the median, tried once again before we got pushed under the main support. So it will be very interesting to just see what's going on. If we see here, we can see that Bitcoin got pushed below it, the main support, before we broke out. But then we were above the bull barrier, and now we are under it. So we do have a bit pressure, but I think the pressure is just to test the lower support and confirm it, rather than a change in the trend. And worst case down these levels. But if we break below, going so deep into it, if we break below 28,000, it will probably test much lower support in the 20 to 25,000 range. But that's worst case. So this is what I have for you today. I hope this was you got something out of it and got an idea on where we stand in the Bitcoin market. And over the new year, this will be the new way of me communicating with the clients and potential clients. It will be through video and showing what happened. And then we will be focusing more on the daily chart, just to see some of the levels here. Okay, have a good day. Bye for now.